It's extremely beneficial for the people of the Maldives to know how great ADK Hospital is in the neurosurgery department and all the advances that have been made since I started coming over to the Maldives until now. It started with no neurosurgery, and then in 2014, as you know, Dr. Ali Niaf started neurosurgery here with the help of Mr. Nasheed and ADK Hospital, and then from there every year it has built up in terms of the numbers of patients it can take care of, the sophistication of the neurosurgical procedures, to the point now where it's world-class standard of care. All the interventions for brain and spine are available and are done extremely well. It's wonderful to see. In a place where they're bringing in the most enabling technologies to do minimally invasive spine surgery, navigation with computer guidance, and then, of course, with the new hospital, it'll even go further. But right now, they're at a place where they can offer any brain or spine procedure state of the art. So students need to hear what's going on in the different specialties, not just neurosurgery. Here we're showing them what's available in neurosurgery, and maybe they'll get interested in going into the field. It's a wonderful field. I've had a great career in neurosurgery, and I fell in love with it when I was a medical student. So I'm hoping that some of the students here realize the nervous system is extremely interesting. We are not working in a bubble. The world is flat. We need to talk to our colleagues all over the world, compare notes, learn from each other, share facts, share techniques, be collegial, visit each other, go to meetings together. This is absolutely critical to maintain a high standard of medical care for the world.
ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕುಂಡಿಗೆ ಬಲ್ತಾವುಗ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಗೀನಾ ಮೀ ದೋಸ್ ಕೊಳ್ಫೆನ್ನ ಮುಂದ ನುನಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆನ್ನ ಬಲ್ತ ತಹುದಿಲ್ ಕೊರೆ ಮಿಂಗಡ ಬಲಾಫ ಸಿಕುಂಡಿಗೆ ದೇ ಹೊಳಿತ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಲ್ತ ವರ ಗೀನಕಮ ಫಾಹ ಕೊರೆ ತೆರೆಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ ಜೆ ಹೊಂ ನೋನಿ ಎನ್ಯೂರಿಸಮ್ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಹೊಂ AVM ಕಿಯಾ ವಕೆ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಕೊತಕ ಸಿಕುಂಡಿಗೆ ದೇ ಹೊಳಿತ ಹೋಗಿ ಹುಣ್ಣ ಬಲ್ತ ಮಿ ಬಲ್ತಕ ಫರ್ವಾ ಕುರಾನ್ ಸಿಕುಂಡಿಗೆ ದೇ ಹೊಳಿತ ಕುತೆರಿಯ ಫಾ ನೋನಿ ಆತುಗೆ ದೇ ಹೊಳಿಗೆ ಜರಿಯಾಂ ಎತೆರೆ ವದಿಫ ದೇ ಹೊಳಿ ಬಂದು ಕುರುಮುಗೆ ವರ ಬ್ಯಾವರ್ ತಜ್ರಿಬಾ ಕಾರುಂತಕೆ එවගෙන් මේ කොන්ෆරන්ස් කාල්ගොන්මෙන්න්න මවදුමාත් ලිබි අද එබේ ෆුළුන්ගේ මිහාතන කොරේ ෆර එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් ද ෂෙයා කොරේවමන්දියම ඒකින් අල්ගොන්මෙන්ගේ හම ගෑමස් මිහාර අල්ගොන්මෙන් මිහුරි ලෙවල් ෆර මාබඩම් කොරිය දීමුගේ ෆුර්සත් පොඩවාන දැන් දෙවන් සෙග්මන්ට් කාල්ගොන්මෙන්ගේ මෙවති මිෆහර මේ කොන්ෆරන්ස් का අපදුවස් බෑර වඩන්නවා ඇමරිකාගේ ටීම් මිෆහර සම බෑර වඩන් අල්ගොන්මෙන්ගේ patient unna waki hasa operation ek koddumge gotong ebe fulunge amille ehi fula ekiga me operation kuriya daniwes mi fahar algon me introduce kuri rajya neuro navigation guided minimally invasive surgery ege mane ki berun algon men iskur jehunge korin iskur wadagen daane mago ekko ritiko ingigen 3D ko fennamun iskur jehemun daane egen operation ge bagutu kodawma බදිමීහාය ඔපරේෂන් තෙරේග අලුගොන්මෙන්ගේ කුරවේ ඔපරේෂන් තෙරේග දිමාවිධාන කොම්ප්ලිකේෂන්ගේ චාන්ස් කුඩවුමා අදි මේ වගුතු කුඩවීම බදිමීහායන් අවහ හොස්පිටලුන්ගේ ඇද්දියුම්ගේ ෆුර්සත් බොඩුමා තදු වරක් බොඩු අදදකොන් දව්වුමා මේ කාල බෑර් ෆෑතකේවා කාල ඔපරේෂන් මේ ෆාර්මි අලුගොන්මෙන් කුරි මිනිමලි ඉන්වේසිව් එකී අලුගොන්මෙන් මේ එක්කොරණි නියුරෝ නෙවිගේෂන් නිගත නෙවිගේෂන් ගේ මානේ කී අලුගොන්මෙන්ගේ ಬೇರುಂ ಮಿಸಾಲಕ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ನೆ ಕೊರಂ ಹಂಗಂಡು ಕಫಾಲುಮ್ಗೆ ಕುರಿಂ ವೆಸ್ ಅಳಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆನ್ನ ಮಿಸಾಲಕ ಟ್ಯೂಮರ್ ವೆಜ ಟ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಇನ್ ಥಂಗ್ ಇಂಗಿಗೆಂ ಹಂಗಂಡು ಎ ಬಟ್ಟಮ ಕಫಾಲಾಗೆ ಸುಳುವೆಗೆ ದೆನ್ ಎಫ್ ಮಿಸಾಲಕ ಸಿಕುಂಡಿಗೆ ನಾಶಿಗಣು ನಗಂ ವೆಜ್ಜಿಯ ವೆಸ್ ನಾಶಿಗಣು ತಂಕೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಳುವಂ ವೆಸ್ ಬೇಣುಂ ವಾಣಿ ಮಿವನ ವರಶ ಎಹೆಂ ವೆಜ್ಜಿಯ ವರಬೊಡು ಕುರಿಯರ್ ಮೆ ದೆತ್ತದೆ ಬುನಿ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಕುಡವಿ ಸರ್ಜರಿಗೆ ವಾಗುತು ಕುಡವಿ ಎಹೆಂ ವೆಜ್ಜಿಯ ಅಡಿ ಅನೇಕ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಕುರವನಿ ಬರಾಬರ್ ಎತಾಂಗೆ ಎತೆರಿಯ मी दा लेयतकुम वदගෙන් दायर दे सिकुंडिगे नाशिगंड फहोइना सिकुंडिगे बेर दोली फरा हिसाब में सलगोन मेनिंगेन टिगुम एनी की हिसाबेगे तोस मिसालक अदि हुलुवा कोमे फारको ट्यूम इन्ना नमस्कंडको बेरुगे वेस्ट नस्कंडको फोनुगे इन ट्यूम एवे सलगोन मेन्ना हम नगमुन दा इरुवेस नेगे वरु निस्बतुन මිහාර මෙවැනි අදදක නෙගිජ්ජේ එවරබස් ඉංගේන නෙවිගේෂන් බේනම් කොරීම එහෙම නෙවිගේෂන් අල්ගොන් මේ ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කරුම මස්සෙකතක මේ ඔලෙනි අල්ගොන් මෙන් දිවිහින්න කී අහම ආම්මකෝ බස් කොරියර් මල් ලෝබි කොරා චේන්ජ් බදල කොරිමත්ලා මේ හොන් කම අල්ගොන් වරබඩ ෆෙන එහෙම දුනියගේ එවස්තනගේ ඇඩ්වාන්ස්මන්ට් එක හොරෙජ්ජියා අල්ගොන් මෙන් දිවිහින්ගේ වර රංගල ආදයක අල්ගොන් බුණානි තහදිල් කොෆා Google yes Estonia internet yes ඒ දස්කොගෙන් ඇස් ඒගේ එම්මේ රංගල ෆරුවායන් එදුම් එයි අලගොන් මෙන්න විස් කොරියර් මකම එවන්නේ එබේෆලුම් බේනුම් ෆරුවායන් අලගොන් මෙන්න දෙවෙන්නේ තී අලගොන් මේ වෙජේ ස්ටෙප් මච්චන් ආරන් මේ අලගොන් හේවන්නේ අලගොන් මෙන්න කොරියන් එලේ ෆියවලෙන්
I think now with globalization and nothing is too far anymore. Everything is you can get to it, if not physically, but remotely and by Zoom. And I think this is really important to collaborate in research and to advance the field because it's very interesting to see what the rest of the world is doing, and we need to learn from each other. I think that with all the new technologies and the lectures we're seeing, this is really important, and with the workshops that we've done at the hospital and the new surgery that's been done, like we did the first transradial approach for neurointervention a couple of days ago. They were doing some spine and robotic and endoscopic, and I think those technologies really need to be brought in for the population here in Maldives to be able to get really the best care they could. I was talking earlier about the neuroendovascular robotics, and we talked about the possible application in the future for remote stroke intervention, and this is specifically it's a great example actually, the Maldives, where there are some remote islands and rural areas where those patients cannot make it to Mali to get a procedure done. At that time you may be able to bring the procedures to them and try to save the brain. I think it should start with educating the population, and this is really important to raise awareness about the stroke, mainly talk to the population and educate them about the symptoms of stroke, and that there is no enough time. They need to, as soon as they get any symptoms, they need to recognize the stroke symptoms and they need to go to a hospital. We should start by that, and then after we should develop really a way to try to get to those patients quickly. This is what we talked about earlier. And then after that develop the rehab, right? Because all those stroke patients will benefit from rehab, and we saw a nice lecture yesterday morning about the new device where you can put it in the lower extremities and let those patients walk back and do rehab. And I was happy to hear that this device is now at ADK hospital. So I think you're doing the right thing. You should keep on doing that, and then I'm optimistic about what's going to happen, and the future is bright.